Notice that chance for rain drops off pretty quick, though, once we get to the afternoon. Let me show you that here on Futurecast. And here we are, 8 a.m. This is why you need the rain jacket or the umbrella as you walk out the door. Given that there could be some gusts in some of these downpours, though, I'd favor the rain jacket. Temperatures are going to turn around very quickly. So here we are, 7 a.m., about 52 degrees. By 1 in the afternoon, we're already near 80. So another day to have two different layers.
If there was a tornado ongoing right now, it would be right about here where those colors meet. And this section of the storm will be passing dangerously close to New Boston. So you have to be in your basement, or at least the lowest floor of your house, in an interior room. If you know that's the safest place you're going to be. You got to be heading down to that place right now.
We have a sun angle of 59 degrees, which is equivalent to that on August 22nd. So if you're wearing sunscreen in the middle of August, most of us are, you should be wearing it now.
Our cold front is very clearly on this map. It's right here in the middle where the wind is calm and separating the southerly wind from the north and westerly wind. What does that say to me? Well, the rain's moving out, but more importantly, those temperatures, they're dropping.
These snowflakes you're seeing, and this is one of the first things I noticed, is that they're a little smaller. You probably can't make them out on your screen as easy as you did earlier. Now, these smaller snowflakes, that's a sign that this cooler, drier air is coming in, and we're transitioning from this really sticky and wet snow to a more dry and fine snow. That's going to blow around a lot more, and as this snow increases in intensity, that's going to present more problems for the roads.
All that rain-cooled air is running out ahead of it, and so the storm is sort of cut off from all that hot air at the surface. So now what we're going to be seeing as we track this now rainfall over the next 30 minutes or so is more of these yellowy colors spreading out. So more people will see rain, but I'm expecting less lightning and more of just sort of a downpour. There's our front, and here's a secondary low. This is going to help to lock in the rain beyond just Thursday. So it's not just a front that gets in and out. It's a system that's going to stick around.
Really fun for the snowball fights, great for the snowmen, but you have to remember, temperatures drop into the teens as we head into Tuesday morning. When it gets that cold, all this stuff you're seeing on the ground, literally everything, water, slush, everything underneath what looks like white and fluffy snow, that's going to freeze, and it is going to be a big icy mess by Tuesday morning.
We know that total solar eclipses are rare here on Earth, but did you know they may actually be rare across the universe? That's right. If we lived in the world of Star Wars or Star Trek, perhaps we'd have alien tourists coming to watch this with us here on Earth. Now, the reason it's so rare is all because of perspective. Relative to the moon, the sun is 400 times farther away from Earth. Now, the sun also happens to be 400 times larger than the moon in diameter. The result is the sun and the moon taking up about the same amount of space in our sky, about a ½ degree across the sky each. So when you have a total solar eclipse, the moon perfectly blocks out the sun, but you can still see the sun's atmosphere, the corona, peeking out from around behind it. That's what allows for these eclipses to be so spectacular, and from a purely scientific standpoint, it is just coincidence. But what's even more interesting is that the moon each year is slipping farther and farther away from Earth. So we literally live in the golden age of eclipses, and hundreds of millions of years from now, total solar eclipses will no longer be visible. They'll no longer happen here on Earth. So get out and enjoy it if you get the chance.
This is a Boston 25 weather alert.
And we're on weather alert as we move into your Monday. Certainly a day that is going to be busy after we get through the morning. Those first few hours of the day not looking too bad. If you're headed to the bus stop or to work, you shouldn't have a problem. In fact, if you're walking to lunch, you should be okay too. But it's afternoon that things get busier, and we're concerned about things like damaging wind, large hail, and localized flooding as well. Each of those threats pretty equal on our list of concerns tomorrow. You've seen this. It's our level 2 risk shaded in yellow, and as you can tell, most of our area, basically our entire area, is in this level 2 risk as it extends from southern New Hampshire all the way down to the Cape, in fact. And storms will be quite numerous, and as you can tell, several may be severe. Now, the best chance for rain, that's going to be largely in the window of 1 to 7 p.m. So if you have anything going on in the early and mid-afternoon especially,
you may need a plan B. Would not actually be too concerned, though, once we get past about 7 o'clock. That's when the storm threat decreases quickly. I'll show you that here on Futurecast. And here we are at 2 o'clock. One of the things you may be noticing is that we don't have a system moving in. These storms are more popping up. There's actually a decent amount of wind energy and a lot of instability close to the ground tomorrow. The instability close to the ground, at least. And that's what's going to fuel the potential for severe storms as early as 1 to 2 o'clock. This threat continues, as you can tell, till about 3 or 4, though the worst of it may be over by the end of the mid-afternoon. However, there still will be storms drifting through the area as late as 5 to 6 o'clock even. But once we get past about 6 to 7, notice the evening here. This is 8 o'clock now. Gosh, look at that. Almost perfectly sunny across the area. So it's in and out quickly, but that afternoon hours, those will be pretty busy, and I believe 70 to 80% of you are going to at least see a storm. Whether or not it's severe, we'll need to watch tomorrow, but that potential is there for everybody. High temperatures, on the other hand, though, are not going to be quite as warm because we have the showers and storms popping up in the afternoon. That'll keep us in the 70s, but it will still feel like summer because of the humidity outside. If you're looking to go outside, maybe take a dip in the pool, well, Monday and Wednesday, not looking like great days. Tuesday, go ahead, do whatever you want outside. But Wednesday, we have another threat for storms. And this one also looks reasonably widespread, almost as widespread as tomorrow. And you better believe it, there is the potential for some severe weather on Wednesday as well. This is going to be more of a traditional system, so to speak. We're going to have a front move through, a cold front actually, and that's what's going to help to develop these showers and storms. Once again, right now, it looks like Wednesday afternoon. The potential for damaging wind will certainly be present, and it is going to be a potentially busy afternoon. But once that front is through and the storms are out, humidity begins to decrease and temperatures do too. I'll show you that right here on our 7-day. We spend the first part of our week around 80 degrees, getting up to the mid-80s on Wednesday. A warm front is going to move through ahead of Wednesday. But after that, you can see the result of the cold front. Thursday and Friday, more dry, but also much cooler with high temperatures in the low and mid-70s. We do return to average next weekend, but we are entering September on a quieter note until the potential for storms next Saturday.